Alright, we are back in the cPanel, and in this step we're going to need to change the settings in the configuration file on your WordPress website files. We're going to need to connect that to the database that you've created. So right now, when I've uploaded all my files to the Bluehost environment, they're all exactly the same as they were before. So the configuration parameters are all pointing to the old database on the old hosting provider. So we need to change that, and in order to do that, there's a couple things that you're going to need to know. We'll come over here to the databases, and you're going to need to know the name of your database. You're going to need to know the name of your database user and the password, and then you're going to need to know what the host name is. Now, in my other hosting provider, there's a specific host name that is kind of long, but this paragraph right here is really important because it says when connecting your database to the host name, the host name you will almost always use as localhost. So this is a little bit different than the way that the file is right now. There are some exceptions, but for a basic WordPress file, that's what you want to do. So now what we need to do is go pull up our files. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to navigate to my site, and then I'm going to scroll down and look for the wp config php file. Now, if you may recall from when you installed your initial website that you had to put some settings in this file. If you did it with a one-click thing, you may or may not have had to do that, or you went through a wizard to do it. But we're going to pull it up and open it. And again, I am using Dreamweaver, and it's kind of an expensive piece of software. There's lots of freebies out there and really cheap products that you can use. So now we're simply going to go here where we've got the database name, the database user, the database password, and the host, and we're going to change them to reflect the new database user, and the new host name. So I'm just going to change these. And this one we need to change to localhost. We'll simply save that. Go back here, and Dreamweaver will ask, since we saved it, to re-upload it. It's possible that if you're not using Dreamweaver and you're using another text editor, that you may have to save the file to your desktop and then copy it back up. It may do it automatically. It really depends on what software you're doing. So now we've made those changes, and the website knows, or to tell the internet to go to that particular host name, access that database, and make use of it. So that's the step that we have to do in order to get the new website connected so that it will pull up your information. Otherwise, you're going to get something like a internal server error. So now we should be good to go for the next step, which is changing the name servers at the registrar to point to Bluehost.